Hello there.
Yes, hello there and welcome to today's lore video starring K'Kruhk. Now, K'Kruhk was a male whippet Jedi Master who lived from around the end of the Galactic Republic, past the Empire, and all the way to the time of the One Sith and the Second Imperial Civil War as a member of the new Jedi Order. He was born over 50 years before the Battle of Yavin and enjoyed a conventional upbringing as a Jedi. Raised from an early age in the Order after being identified as a Force sensitive when he was an infant, and he later became an apprentice of Lilith 2Cs. He survived his master's death during the Inchori Uprising, and then went on to serve with distinction during the Clone Wars. Now, it was during the Clone Wars that K'Kruhk led a mission on Tear that resulted in a disastrous loss of life, which led K'Kruhk to question his cause and join a dissident movement on rule. After a betrayal by one of his own, he reaffirmed his absolute loyalty to the Republic and the Jedi High Council, and would go on to serve on Selokami in the final weeks of the Yadarim sieges. And while he was stationed in Selokami, he made the comment to fellow Jedi Cian Jaisal that he had been almost killed several times, and then went on to say that he holds no ill will to any who did try to kill him. Now, while pretty much brushing off all these close encounters with death, K'Kruhk did manage to survive and live through both the Clone Wars and the Great Jedi Purge, living to see the demise of the Galactic Empire and the return of the Jedi. But it wasn't until Luke Skywalker's new Jedi Order was well established and the last elements of Palpatine's Empire was destroyed that he finally emerged from hiding and joined the new Jedi Order. He was very much still active even past the rise of Darth Krayt, which was some 40 odd years after the Battle of Yavin, serving as a member of the Jedi High Council and taking a leading role in the Jedi resistance to the Ascendant Sith. His efforts were integral in forging an alliance between the Jedi, the Galactic Alliance Remnant, and the Fel Empire, and K'Kruhk eventually became the oldest and most experienced of the surviving Jedi. Following the deaths of Darth Krayt and Roan Fel, K'Kruhk became one of the three triumvirs of the restored Galactic Alliance. During his tenure, he had to contend with both Empress Fel's ambitious G51 communications array project and the threat possessed by an underground One Sith Order, whose members had infiltrated key government positions across the galaxy, and he also had to deal with the emergence of the rogue Sith Darth Red, who wanted to destroy the One Sith and reinstate the rule of two. Now, K'Kruhk, unlike many of his kind, was also a gentle and thoughtful individual. Abstaining from the whipped reputation for ferocity, he fully embraced the pacifistic creed of the Jedi. Now, when this was coupled with his deep respect for life, his soul-searching during the Clone Wars, his feelings that led to his abandonment of his military duties to join a group of dissidents, and his returning to the Order, all these experiences would forge in K'Kruhk a deep and abiding dislike for those Jedi who abandoned the narrow path, such as Bulk, Quinlan Vos, and Anakin Skywalker. However, at the same time, he also had a very forgiving nature, and surprisingly, he actually argued strongly in favour of giving Quinlan Vos the benefit of the doubt upon his return to the Jedi Order. And with the onset of Order 66 and the Great Jedi Purge, K'Kruhk never actually got an opportunity to train Jedi himself in the old Jedi Order. But he would become one of the great teachers of the new Jedi Order decades later, training Padawans such as Cade Skywalker, who would go on to defeat Darth Krayt and bring the One Sith cult to its knees. Another thing worth pointing out about K'Kruhk is that throughout his long life, he was often seen sporting a conical straw hat, especially after the onset of the Clone Wars. And many thought it may have just been a simple quirk or idiosyncrasy rather than holding any true significance. But regardless of what others thought, the whippet was rarely seen without it. Now, following the defeat of the One Sith, K'Kruhk was appointed as a Jedi representative on the Galactic Federation Triumvirate. He regarded the Triumvirate as a free association between the Jedi, the Fel Empire, and the Galactic Alliance, and was outright opposed to any and all suggestions that the Jedi would be bound to the Empire. Now also, despite his gentle soul, K'Kruhk was actually a very powerful warrior. His large whipped frame gave him an advantage against smaller opponents, and his Jedi talents granted him a speed and agility that very few of his species could match. His fighting prowess allowed him to hold his own against the Asajj Ventress and General Grievous, though he was unable to actually defeat them, but he was one of the few Jedi who managed to survive an encounter with them, and he was also able to hold his own against Quinlan Vos. K'Kruhk was also very skilled at using the Force to heal wounds, not only his own but also the wounds of others. In addition, he possessed an extremely strong Force sense, as he was the only known Jedi, besides Yoda of course, who was able to sense the intention of the clone troopers during Order 66. And further evidence of his exceptional force sense was his ability to sense Quinlan Vos, who was very skilled at hiding his presence even from a force user. But his most remarkable talent was that of pretty much survival. It was thanks to both the natural fortitude and inborn healing traits of his kind that he was able to survive injuries that would have killed almost any other Jedi. He was left for dead on battlefields such as Ter, Hypori and Ossus, and he was remarkable for his ability to live to see another day. So it's easy to see how some came to think that he was unkillable. Even a fall from the heights of Coruscant was unable to end the mighty Whippet's life, and nor could the complete destruction of the Ossus Temple by the new Sith Order. As the Jedi Order and the Republic fell, K'Kruhk survived. The Empire rose, was defeated and was replaced with a new Republic, and yet K'Kruhk still lived. Even the Yuzang Vong or the Sith of Darth Krayt could not kill him. And by 137 ABY, K'Kruhk was over 1.5 centuries in age, making him, after fellow master Tara Sar, the oldest known Jedi to be still living by the end of the Imperial Sith War. And that is K'Kruhk, the pretty much unkillable Jedi Master. Now I actually do recommend reading up on K'Kruhk because he lives through a lot and he has a very interesting life, to say the least. But unfortunately that is the end of the video, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you all in the next one, and until then, may the Force be with you.